before the movement began, Filipino workers faced long hours, unsafe floors, unfair wages, with no one to fight for them. They endured exploitation in silence, with no voice at the table, no power in negotiations, and no shield against abuse. Back then, one question echoed across every workplace. Who will stand for the Filipino worker when no one else will? And for years, the answer was the same. Until... On December 14, 1975, 23 labor federations across the nation stood together, uniting to form one national labor center for the Filipino working class. Sa pagkakaisa ay may pag-asa na walang manggagawang maiiwang nag-iisa. This is the story of the Trade Union Congress of the Philippines. 50 years of treasuring unity and creating prosperity. And for the Filipino worker.
The TUCP remains steadfast as the largest labor center in the Philippines, representing workers in both the private and the public sectors, the formal and the informal economy, the land-based and the sea-based, at home and abroad. The TUCP also represents Filipino workers in the International Labor Organization, ILO, for the past 50 years, and the International Trade Union Confederation as a founding member for 19 years, and various global union federations.
Born in uncertainty, but TUCP grew in unity. We are a product of workers' concerns. And through the years, TUCP was building not just union power for union power's sake, because TUCP actually and genuinely believed that workers are the true foundation of a just and equitable society.
Amidst the turbulent 70s, Filipino workers sought to speak as one for better protection and to manage uncertainty through social dialogue. In 50 years, the TUCP has fostered generations of distinguished leaders in the labor movement. Co-founder Anwario T. Seno from ALU represented industrial labor Visayas in the interim Batasang Pambansa or National Assembly. He garnered the highest number of votes in the sectoral elections held on April 27, 1978 as an assemblyman. Attorney Cecilio Liling Tolo Seno was also a longtime leader of the Trade Union Congress of the Philippines, being a member of the Center's executive board. He served the government in various capacities like commissioner representing the workers in the National Labor Relations Commission and the Social Security Commission.
In 1978, Attorney Democrito Kakito T. Mendoza, a World War II veteran, labor lawyer, and workers' champion from the ports of Cebu, became the president of TUCP. For nearly 4 decades, Kakito Mendoza led TUCP through the nation's most defining moments as a critical social partner of government and businesses. Under his leadership, TUCP co-founded the ASEAN Trade Union Council, or ASEAN TUC, and represented the Filipino workers in the International Labor Organization governing body.
The TUCP was also honored by the largest federation of unions in the United States, AFL-CIO. First in 1985, when longtime Secretary General turned Senator Ernesto Boy Herrera became the first Asian to receive the prestigious George Minnie International Human Rights Award. And second, in 2023, when TUCP, together with the Philippine Labor Movement, was honored with the Minnie Kirkland Human Rights Awards for Workers' Freedom of Association.
As the TUCP continues to grow, its founders and leaders carried the labor struggle into the halls of the government, including landmark policies.
Kakito realized that our unions and our federations to best fight for and win job security, higher wages, and decent work, we should be giving the labor movement, through its collective force, an opportunity to exercise its political power. Thus, TUCP Party List was born to give the working class a seat and a voice in Congress. Since 14th Congress, TUCP Party List has combined legislative work in Congress with broad-based campaigns to the Philippine labor movement by championing the decent work agenda, leading key committees, and authoring landmark laws that protect the workers, strengthen families, and build inclusive growth. The creation of Department of Migrant Workers, DMW, the institutionalization of the 4Ps or the Pantawid Pamilya Filipino program, expansion of maternity leave, Batas Kasambahay Seafarers Protection Act, Bangsamoro Organic Law, the BOL, Telecommuting Law, Occupational Safety and Health, OSH Law, Service Charge Law, and the Labor Education Act, among many, many others, are principally authored and co-authored as TUCP laws.
Kami sa pampublikong sektor, ang aming organisasyon ng Philippine Government Employees Association ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa TUCP sa laging pagbantay ng lumulubong bilang ng kontraktual sa gobyerno at ipinaglalaban hindi lang ang kanilang security of tenure sa pamamagitan ng civil service equivalency, basta't may 3 taon serbisyo ay dapat may plantilla at civil service eligibility na kahit hindi mag-exam at pagtatatag ng tinatawag nating Public Service Labor Relation Board upang epektibong dinggin ang daingin ng mga manggagawa sa pamahalaan.
Bilang isang OFW, kapag nagkaproblema abroad, hindi mo alam kung sino ang lalapitan. Kaya nung naitayo ang DMW dahil sa TUCP, para sa amin, malaking ginhawa.
Noong una, 2 buwan lang ang pahinga namin mga nanay. At sa totoo lang, hindi talaga yan sapat. Di pa nga ako naka-recover, kailangan ko na agad bumalik sa trabaho. Pero nung naging 105 days na dahil sa TUCP, doon ko talaga naramdaman na may nagtatanggol at nagmamalasakit sa amin.
Para sa amin sa TUCP, ang 200 wage hike ay hindi lang tungkol sa pera. Tungkol ito sa dignidad ng bawat manggagawang Pilipino. Araw-araw naming naririnig ang kwento ng mga empleyadong nagsisikap, pero hirap pa ring itawid ang pamasahe, pagkain, at pang-araw-araw na gastos. Kaya hindi kami pwedeng tumalikod sa laban na ito. Naniniwala kami, kaya ng bansa, kaya ng negosyo. At higit sa lahat, karapat-dapat ang mga manggagawa sa makataong sahod. Kaya patuloy kaming lalaban hanggang maramdaman ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino na ang kanilang pagod ay may sapat na kapalit at may pag-asang mas magaan ang bukas.
Sa dami ng panalo, tuloy pa rin ang laban. Para taasan ang sweldo, ibaba ang presyo, wakasan ang endo, at tiyakin ang disenteng trabaho.
TUCP also continues to push for the National Just Transition Program for upskilling and reskilling of workers for green jobs and digital jobs.
Because there is no substitute, no shortcut for building power in the workplace until we build union, sectoral, or industrial power. We will continue to innovatively organize workers in the new frontier of labor, the digital workers, green jobs, confronting climate disruption and digital automation as the world of work continues to rapidly change. The TUCP will continue to build, to organize, and to lead, because the future of our nation depends on the future of labor.
TUCP will continue to reinvent itself, renew itself. So TUCP in the future will not just be heard within the four walls of a factory. TUCP will be felt more and more in the halls of power and certainly on the streets.
Even as climate technology and the world of work continue to change, our commitment remains firm. In progress, no one should be left behind, especially the workers. As long as there are workers who are underpaid, unjustly terminated through endo, and those right to unionize and collectively bargain is deprived, the UCP will remain the unifying force and the leading voice of every Filipino worker and their family for the fair fighting chance, a better livelihood, and better lives.
This is the Trade Union Congress of the Philippines. 50 years of service and sacrifice. 50 years of treasuring unity and forging inclusive prosperity.